Good morning, Little Shop of Nerds. I'm Mike.
I'm Julia.
Today we are still continuing our Pride Month. Today, what's our day's hint, Jules?
So today's hint is Forbidden Love.
Today we are going to be talking about a movie that was early 2000s, I think.
I think so, yeah.
It's a movie called Carol.
It had Cate Blanchett and another woman, I can't remember her name. But they were playing a lesbian couple in 1950s America. And if any of you know about 1950s America, it was wrong. It was definitely wrong to be gay. But it starts off with like a kind of like a little flat, or it was like a present time, and then it went to a flashback.
Yeah, and
about how these two women met.
And pretty much it starts with a woman named Carol. She was the blonde one, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's going through a divorce with a husband who's very much bitter and selfish. And Carol, like I said, is very much is gay, and the woman.
I think she might be bi, actually.
We don't know because it wasn't specific.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's fallen in love with a woman who works as a.
She works at a toy store. Or a mall of some sort.
Yeah, she's like a clerk, you know.
A sales clerk.
And her name was Teresa?
It wasn't pronounced Teresa. It was pronounced another way that I cannot remember how it was pronounced. But
right.
we'll just say it was Teresa. Y'all can yell at us in the comments below. But we don't remember how to pronounce her name.
Yes, and like I said,
sorry about that.
Like I said, this is about her and them trying they're seeing more time together, and Teresa is pretty much likes to take photos. She had a friend who works like in a newspaper, and one night they're talking and
he kisses her.
But he also mentioned to her about about a certain way that people love each other. I think he was hinting that she might be gay or something, or she doesn't know it, but
she was in a relationship with that one guy.
But that's just it. A lot of people during that time, not all of them. Like I said, I'm going to put that out there. Not all of them. One or two could have been who were gay were with an actual.
It's always there's always like it's what they call beards.
Very much.
I don't know if they're called beards for females, but I know for men, if they are gay and they marry a woman, that woman is his beard. And I don't know if it's the same way for a woman, like if they're called beards or what they're called. But I know women. We did see it in The Big Bang Theory. There was an episode in The Big Bang Theory where Raj was getting his parents set him up on like they were going to do an arranged marriage, and the woman that they had
yes, I
sent
remember
to him she was a lesbian, and she wanted to use him as a cover because she thought that he was gay as well. But that wasn't the case. Raj just was afraid to talk to women.
Yeah, of that too, and the people. And she mentioned like how he likes to bake, and I'm like, and bake and other stuff. He's like, okay, one, guys can bake and they can be straight, sane.
Mm-hmm.
Two, straight and can love Broadway musicals. Now the other stuff, okay, yeah, they're a little feminine.
Mike's outing himself here.
Fuck off, I'm not gay. But I'm just saying, I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
How is that gay for some people?
I don't know. Because, well, I mean, if you think about it, the traditional gender roles was women stayed home. They cooked. They cleaned. They took care of the children. And men went out and did the work and made the money and brought the money home.
I get that.
And
but it's just.
But so baking is seen as a women's thing because the women are the ones that are supposed to cook and clean.
Yeah, but what about people who are straight and love the art so much? So how's that gay? You see my point?
I don't know. Like the guy that I'm talking to now loves all that type of stuff.
I'm not saying anything.
You better not say anything. But so, anyways, so let's get back on track with the movie.
Yes, like I said, it's pretty much Carol's going through the divorce. She loves her child, but the husband is doing anything to keep her away from there.
Yeah, this all takes place around Christmas time.
Yes.
Christmas into New Year's, and I think up to April.
Yes. And they, like I said, her and Teresa are starting to love each other, and
so when Carol went into the store to buy this doll or to buy some things for her daughter, she left her gloves on the counter, and Teresa mailed them back to her. She got a call. They went out and had lunch, and then they started spending time together. The husband came home, mistook Teresa for being one of her lovers, and then he took their daughter away, and then he filed what is called an immorality clause.
Mm-hmm.
So he was getting full custody of their daughter until the hearing. The immorality clause is bullshit.
I agree.
Because there's nothing wrong with gay couples raising children.
Yeah.
If a gay couple wants a child, they can have a child. There's nothing wrong with it. And I mean, there are some people out there who shouldn't have children, whether they are gay or not. But for the most part, like, I don't think that there is anything wrong with a gay couple having a child.
No, I just say go for it. Man.
Yeah.
But like I said, Carol gets the idea that her and Teresa should travel for a while across the country. They go to hotel.
They meet this guy named Tanner.
I think he says he's like a traveling salesman.
Yeah, but we find out that he actually was spying on them.
He's pretty much a private investigator.
Yeah, and there was a night, I think it was New Year's Eve night, Carol and Teresa actually have sex for the first time. And the guy recorded it.
And I had to fast forward through that scene because I was sitting in the front room, watching that in the front room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like.
It wasn't very like.
I know, but my sister and they weren't here, but I did just in case if they popped in a moment. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it wasn't okay. Like you saw boobies.
Okay, that's not bad.
And like that was about all that you really saw. It was pretty. It was actually pretty tame.
It was tame, yes.
Compared to Blue is the Warmest Color, their sex scenes were explicit.
Oh yeah, but no, like I said, I live with 3 people in my apartment. So I got my sister, I got my nephew, and I got her boyfriend. Pretty much 3 roommates. And like if I'm watching a movie, right, and it's like a normal movie on Netflix, like if it's rated R or something. And if it's like one of those questionable scenes, he thinks I'm watching porn. I'm like, why would I watch porn in my living room?
I wouldn't watch porn in my living room. Unless I lived by myself. Then all bets are off the table then.
See my point? See my point? That'd be weird. That'd be weird. If I'm watching porn, I'd rather watch in my room.
Well, yeah.
You'd
be more comfortable in your room.
In my room, the door's closed and no one's bothering me and I can do what I want.
Now we know Mike watches porn.
You watch porn too.
If any of my family sees this, I'm sorry.
You know how many freaking hentai stuff of Gojo you showed me?
Yeah, I have a lot of Gojo fan art on my phone, guys.
If I was going to a psychiatrist, he'd tell me, I recommend 2 cases of Adderall and start drinking.
Yes. So, anyways, back to this. So they find out that this guy was listening in on them.
Not cool.
And she wants to shoot him, but she doesn't have any bullets. Carol wanted to shoot this guy, but she didn't have any bullets.
And she's tried to shoot the tape recorder.
And it turned out that so there was this woman named Abby, and I guess she is the godmother of their daughter, but of Carol's daughter. But I'm not sure if there was something going on between them before or not. She did say something about her relationship with Abby was over long before her relationship was over with her husband. So I don't know if that means that I haven't quite figured it out. But anyways, this woman flew across or halfway across the country to drive Teresa back to I think they were in New York. To drive them back to New York and because Carol just disappeared after that.
Yeah.
And so they get back. Teresa ends up getting a job at the New York Times. And so at this point, it's April.
Yes.
And
April, around there.
Yeah, April of 1953.
And
then they get a letter. Teresa gets a letter from Carol.
And they, what?
She meets up with Carol.
Yes, and
because Carol had voluntarily given up custody of her daughter to her husband, but she wanted visitation.
And she didn't care if it was supervised or anything. It was just, even her lawyer says, you unlawfully recorded my client, and technically he had a lot of evidence that could win, but I kind of glad that Carol went this route because she said, I'd rather not let my child be hurt like this, because I kind of agree, because right now what they're doing, you're going to hurt this child, even if she had to surrender her child, like she deserves visitation at least.
Yeah. And so she was also going and seeing what they called a psychotherapist. So basically a therapist. And just for her homosexuality, I guess.
Trust me, during the 50s, you don't want to be around a psychiatrist during the 50s. They give you they give you the strong ass shit.
Yeah. So anyway, so she meets up with Teresa. She tells Teresa that she loves her. She's like, me and my husband are selling the house. I got this apartment. I want you to move in with me. And Teresa basically tells her no. But then she goes to a party. Teresa does. She sees what's going on. And then she ends up going and meeting up with Carol. And it's left open to interpretation about what they were, I am going to assume that they probably did get together.
They could have, or I really don't know. My opinion, they could have got together. They could have just went their separate ways. It's hard, like you said, it's up to interpretation. Mm-hmm. It's one of those endings that you think what it is. But like I said, after that, I think the movie was okay. It was good, but I'm going to have to say it was slow. I kept nodding off a couple times.
There were a couple spots that were slow, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
I give it like a 6.
I probably would give it like a 7.
Either way, it's a good movie to watch. It's on HBO Max for now because I heard it's going to be gone by June 30th. So
yeah, you guys can alternatively find it on Amazon Prime, but you would have to get the Cinemax add-on. For like $9.99, but they do have a 7-day free trial. So I used the free trial and canceled it today. So
yeah, and too bad we're not getting paid to get these ads.
Yeah. So that's where you guys can find it either on HBO Max or Amazon Prime with the Cinemax
Yep.
add-on.
But like I said, if you've seen it, if you liked it, put down in the comments below. If you didn't, same thing. Like and subscribe. What's next week's hint, Jules?
So next week's hint is going to be Lie. This is going to be a little bit of a darker topic. We'll make sure to give a trigger warning before we do anything, before we talk about it. So it will be, like I said, it will be a bit of a darker movie. So we're still continuing our Pride movies, but this one will have some darker overtones to it, yeah. So, but anyways, like, subscribe, give us your favorite Pride movie down in the comments below. And, maybe that's something that we could do for next year's Pride. So, with that, I guess we will talk to you guys later. Bye.